The Perpetualis is a brand new auto rifle that has come out with Season of the Defiance. It is a 600 RPM adaptive frame auto rifle. Honestly, it's pretty good, has a very nice reticle and whatnot that you will see when we get in game. First of all, what I want to do is break down the rolls this thing can actually get. So this is the roll that I got. Chambered Compensator, Extended Mag, Zen Moment, which was recently buffed with this new update, mind you, and Offhand Strike, and you have the Origin trait here, which we will go over in just a little bit. Now, this roll is not very good. You can see here it has 16 zoom, 43 range, so 25 meters aimed down sights of range. That's not very good, and adaptive frame autos are not in the best place in the meta. I much prefer something like a precision frame, but they can be pretty good. Now, after looking through these perks, I actually have a pretty good roll here that I think I'd like to get. Now, you need to keep in mind these are going to be craftable weapons because they are with this season. So you can craft this roll that I'm about to show you once you have all 5 patterns. So here we have this roll, and this roll can get all the way up to 29 meters of range and beyond with one of these perks in here that I'm going to show you in a second. So first of all, I put on Hammerforged Rifling, Accurized Rounds, and then between 2 perks here, to be honest. So you can see the perks here: Hipfire, Zen Moment, Perfect Float, Killing Wind, and then these are the 2 that I really like: Elemental Capacitor and Keep Away. So Elemental Capacitor, of course, I'm on Void, so that would give me plus 20 stability. Now with Strand in the game, you will actually get some more airborne effectiveness on this weapon, but of course there's a bunch of different bonuses you can get depending on your subclass with Elemental Capacitor. However, I really like the idea of this perk, Keep Away. It increases reload, range, and accuracy when no combatants are in close proximity. I'm not exactly sure what that proximity is, and I'm not exactly sure what the boosts are. Of course, it's a new perk, so we don't know all the things about it yet. But think about it. You could get plus 30 meters of range, over 30 meters of range, when you have this perk active. And you're going to be far enough away with all the range you have on this gun, with this perk and the rest of the build like it is, that you can actually use this perk, hopefully. I'm assuming the combatants have to be no closer than around 5 to 8 meters. That sounds like something this perk would probably do, but I can't say for sure. Now in the right column here, you can see we have things like Demolitionist, Eye of the Storm, Cascade Point, and Golden Tricorn. But this looks so interesting to me, I have to try this. Hatchling. Precision flows are rapidly defeating targets with a non-precision weapon spawns a threadling at the target's location. I mean, that just sounds so cool, I can't pass that up. So once I can actually craft this thing, this is the roll I'm going to go for. I did throw a range masterwork on there in case you are wondering, but yeah, over 30 meters of range when we have Keep Away up, and then you can kill somebody with a precision kill and get a little hatchling running at them, smack the next guy pretty easily with that extra bit of damage. This could honestly be a pretty staple gun, and I'm excited to see what it's like when I can actually get one crafted. Oh, I almost forgot to go over the Noble Deeds Origin trait here. It says this weapon gains charges after assisting allies with revives, healing, overshields, or subclass buffs. So you help your teammates with any of those things, and then you're going to get stacks of this, right? Defeating targets consumes the charges. Now while you're charged, you're going to get increased handling and reload speed, or for swords, you'll get better charge rate, but of course, this doesn't really look like a sword to me. Quite a mouthful here for this Origin trait, and honestly, with the build that I'm running on Void, I was getting stacks for it sometimes, and honestly, I don't really know why, to be completely frank with you. I'm sorry for calling you Frank, but yeah, I think on like a solar build or something like that, this could be a pretty good Origin trait, or especially in PvE, this could be pretty nice. I have some clips here showing off the gameplay that I got with this thing in a little bit of 6v6 and some rumble matches just so I could try it in 1v1 situations. The build I'm going to be using, I did have a Matador shotgun on right here. You can check that out if you'd like to. And that's the build I'm going to be using. Go ahead, check out all the perks and mods I do have on in my armor here. Just some stuff to help with the stability of this. This is a strand gun, we have to keep in mind. The first strand guns in the game, and this is one of them right here. And honestly, it feels pretty darn solid. I think that when I craft this thing, I'm definitely going to give it another try, so stay tuned if you want to see that. And definitely subscribe, because I'm going to have more videos coming out tonight besides just this one. All that being said, I think we're about ready to get in this gameplay, so why don't we go ahead and blink on into it. Now, I think one of the first things I noticed on this gun was how little the reticle is. It has a red dot, of course, but look how tiny that thing is. It also feels like it's shaking a lot, but that could have also just been that I was not warmed up. This was my first match of Crucible of the entire day, which of course I didn't have any practice yesterday because, you know, the game was down. So I came in today and started playing just with this because I wanted to go ahead and get some content out to you guys for the day. And this is one of the first guns that I wanted to check out. I'm always open to checking out new, fun, off-meta weapons, of course, are some of my favorites. And when you can find those off-meta weapons, look at those threadlings go, that's what I want to shoot out of this gun, baby. When you can get those off-meta weapons that can actually like clap some cheekies, it's just the most fun to me in the game, and that's why I was a bit of a fan of this gun. But I think my aim was just a little shaky, but overall I think the gun is pretty solid. It seems to be quite a stable gun. Offhand strike here and stuff, you know, that's not really something I use, but you can see when you can beam on somebody's head like that, you can do some pretty darn good damage. I think where this gun truly flourishes, and this is some Rumble gameplay here, now you can see pinched between two people as I spawn because, of course, thanks Bungie. But I think where this gun really flourishes, as I was saying, is team shotting. When it comes to a gun like this or SMGs, you know, they can be really good for going in with a calculated strike of a team. And you go in and you say, okay, I'm going to go on this guy, and your teammate says, okay, I'm coming right behind you. You both go in, you take your shots. If you both had this gun, you're pretty guaranteed to clap somebody up really quickly. Of course, that other guy walks down the hallway at that exact second. I was like, you're kidding me. And then I spawned here again, and I was pinched again. But look at that. You can see 20 damage. Now, that is not the max damage. There's already some damage fall off from that range. But of course, this is not the God roll, so it's not the max range that we actually could have. If it could have max range on this gun right now, I'm pretty sure I would have been max damaging that guy from the range we were first shooting him. Took out both those guys though, so ooh, they should have been more careful. Should note that I do have a Void Overshield there because one of the new fragments on Void actually gives you a Void Overshield if you kill somebody while you don't have any shields left, or your shields are broken, I should say. And I've been noticing it come into handy quite a bit when I was playing tonight. It's a good fragment, I gotta say. But back to this auto rifle, since that is the focus of the video, and just giving him a review, I think this is a pretty solid gun. Like I said, in terms of auto rifles, I think precisions are probably the best, but I think adaptives can be pretty solid. I'm excited to actually craft this thing, get it all together, and then see what it's like, you know? How solid is it when it's completely built up? Because I think it could get a job done quite a bit. I was out of special ammo there, that sucked, but it happens to the best of us. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a fan. I really am. I would love to see this thing with a little more stability, a little more range, and the fun of the hatchling coming out on getting a precision kill. All that together, I think would make this like just a really fun off-meta gun that you could truly just have a great time with. Oh, it should be noted that scavenger mods are working in the Crucible right now, so yeah, the ammo economy is going crazy. So if you got any of those, you can go ahead and slap those on. I think this next clip is going to be the last one I have for you guys, though. So I really do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you want to leave me a like, I really appreciate that. It goes a long way. And make sure you subscribe so that you can see the content I'm putting out in the next few days. The last thing I do want to mention is actually about the origin trait of this gun. Watch the left of my screen here. I'm going to put a rift down in a few seconds. When I put that rift down, what I noticed is somebody actually walked through it. I was thinking like there's no way for me to get the passive for the origin trait here on this class, but there is, of course. You put a rift down, your teammate walks through your rift and they get healed from it, and you do get some noble deeds. It said times 10, you'll see that in a second. So I'm going to put down the rift here. After I kill this guy real quick, we're going to throw the rift down, my teammate's going to walk through it, and the left side of the screen right there says noble deeds times 10. Of course, when I get my next kill, it's going to take those stacks up, but I do have the bonuses from those noble deeds until I actually get that last hit with my auto rifle. So that's something to keep in mind, that it does activate off of rift healing, so it can be pretty easy to activate, to be honest with you, and especially in a coordinated fire team, like in trials or something, other guns with this perk especially, you could say, hey, can you guys come walk through my rift really quick? They walk through, you get some noble deed stacks, that could help out quite a bit. Anyways, that is it for me today, so as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day, Guardians.